We've made it back. We're here. It's been a weird end of the summer, so please forgive us for missing a couple weeks, a week here and there.
Look, we do what we want to do.
I mean, that is true.
We won't apologize for it.
Yeah, but I will, and I'm sorry if you're just waiting for Talk Comics to me. Like, how did I not get Talk Comics to me? And Champenstein and Heather Hadfield? Like, how? Sorry. Yeah, we're really sorry. It's
speaking of apologies.
Yeah, go ahead and
I'm gonna
go ahead and spout your apology. We're
right.
not, like I said, we're not sure it was you, but
okay. A couple weeks ago, I said that I was never going to publicly apologize for anything, but this is the second one I'm going to do, and it's the last one that I'm ever going to do, and it's for something that I possibly said months ago.
Yeah, or like a year
ago.
Who knows at this point how long ago it was?
No idea. So this is my public apology, and it is for Donny Cates, of all people. And I just never thought that I would ever have to apologize. That's why I said that. I'm sorry for making fun of your name one time. I don't know if that tweet was directed towards me for saying something about your name. And it being a negative review, I apologize for that. That I wasn't trying to be mean.
You were trying to be funny.
I was trying to be funny, and it's because I don't know how to be nice. This is a weird apology, and for that I'm sorry as well. But Donny Cates, I don't think you have. I don't think less of you because of what your name is. That's what the apology is. That's what it is. And I've actually grown to like Donny Cates quite a bit, and I'm sorry for who I am. No one needs to go through that.
So you've come in at a perfect time, and if you've been listening, Donny Cates, we're sorry. I'm sorry.
I am sorry. I didn't mean anything negative by it. The original thing that I said.
All right, you ready to talk comics after your apology?
Yeah, this is the worst apology, and I'm sorry for that, too. I'm just going to segue into this week's comics. This is Critical Role. This is the Vox Machina Series 3, The Origins. This is issue number 3. It has honestly been so long between issue number 2 and this one that I cannot quite remember what happened in the last one, but the group is traveling, doing their thing, and in this one they get to a little, I don't know what to call it, like street party, a street fair.
I don't know. A block party?
Well, yeah, kind of like that, but it's just like in medieval times it was very common. It wasn't anything special. But anyway, something is unleashed from an ice cube. It's more than that. I'm sorry. I'm just like, I can't stop thinking about that bad apology now. But basically, the entire town is frozen in time except for the Vox Machina, with the exception of Vax, who used himself to block the rest of the group. That's why they are not frozen. He sacrificed himself so that the others wouldn't be hurt. Yeah, ye old block jam. That's exactly what it is. But yeah, they discover a new villain, I guess. I don't know really what to call her because you don't quite know what she is yet. But yeah, it's just a classic little Critical Role story halfway through with our characters doing what they do.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. Good.
That's it.
I have Killer Queens. I didn't order this book, and this is just a filler paper, of course, as always. Put it in a little slot to the floor.
That was good.
It was a really fun book. I wish I had actually ordered it or added it to my pull because I looked it up and then didn't do that for some reason. It's a completely LGBTQ creative team, and it's about gay characters.
Queens.
So that is a book that's like got Champ just like fucking stamped right on it.
Yeah.
Did not order it. So I read it off.
I didn't either, but I can't remember why.
Yeah, I can't remember why either. I feel like I didn't like the solicit enough.
Yeah, I think that was what it was for me too, because I remember passing it over several times and being like, nah, I don't want to get this.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I did. And then I looked at it and I was like, this looks like a book I would really enjoy. And then when I read it, it was great. Nice little, it's about space assassins, basically.
That's probably why I didn't do it.
Who, like, cut ties with an assassin monkey who's their, like, old boss. And now they're just, like, doing stuff. It's one of those, like, definitely very campy sort of, like, old school sci-fi, like,
right.
It has that kind of feel to it. But I really loved it. I laughed really hard. I love the art. Wish I had written down any of the creative team names, so I'm very sorry. If I put this on YouTube, I will actually edit it and add all of that just so I don't feel like a jackass. So I would highly, highly recommend it. I had a great time. Like I said, just campy fun. It looks good. The colors were great. And, assassins in space. We got a big boy coming through, getting his pizza.
The fact that he literally said pizza time and then walked in like that was just beautiful.
We're not professional. Keep this in mind.
Yes.
Heather.
Yes. Okay. Hello. Hi.
We have like
one more.
Okay.
I was like, wait a minute.
Set of books this week.
I have Sam and His Talking Gun. This is issue number 4. This is the last one of the series. This just concludes the story of how Sam gets his revenge against his adopted brother who killed their grandfather.
Do you think it turned out all right?
I did. There's this page. There's
really the colors are so good in that book.
This whole issue goes so fast and it's so like action packed, and the conclusion to it is very, very good. But the colors, the fight sequence in this is just so good.
Yeah, the art is so good.
Yeah.
Do you think I would like this book?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I did like that first issue a lot, but it was just like at the time we were getting so many things, I was like, I can't do this right now.
I will, I'll let you borrow them because I do think that you would really enjoy it. It's a 4-issue quick little series about an assassin who almost gets assassinated. It's very, very good. I enjoyed it more than I thought I was going to, just based off of the first issue, because I did enjoy that one quite a bit as well, but it's not normally something I would read.
That's what I was about to say. Like, that does not sound like a book you would read at all.
I think it was just the talking gun that really got me. I was like, yeah, that's funny. But no, I really enjoyed it. I thought for what it was a lot of fun. I liked there's kind of a mystery aspect to it as well, because he's trying to figure out like what had happened and unveiling the secrets of his adopted brother, that kind of stuff. So yes, I think you would enjoy it. I will bring them so you can read it.
Bye, Chris.
Bye-bye.
Enjoy your pizza, boy.
All right, next I have Home. All of our copies came in damaged, so I just read this
In the slot. Boom.
It's straight to the floor. You can't see it if you're watching either of these videos, but there is a slot in the table to the floor.
It just made Megatron run away, so.
But Home is about a young boy who has superpowers, a young Latino boy who has superpowers, who has crossed the border with his mother. They are separated, and he accidentally finds out he has powers by blowing like the detention center up. And so it's kind of about ICE chasing him and him finding his family and finding out they all have powers. It was really good. I liked the ending. I'll use ending in quotations because it wasn't necessarily an ending. They left it open-ended, and the author's note was like, it wasn't necessarily, it was always something that was supposed to be more, but as comics go, it just kind of depends on what sales are, what people are saying. So it was a really good story. I think it's one of those things, obviously, that is still happening, and has been happening for a really long time. And it's interesting to see it in this context within comics, within superpowers. And then also, I think it's one of those things where it kind of just puts it in your face, where it's like, hey, you know this is still going on?
I think it was a very interesting way to like bring it to the attention of people who may not be paying attention to that kind of thing. It's like, hey, let's do a comic about it.
And I think for me too, like that was part of the downfall of it. Like I still have this like the serious tone of it doesn't necessarily fit with aspects of the book, but I think as it came to a conclusion and what the ending was, it did fully like it did fill itself out, I guess is the best way to put it. But yeah, I really liked it. I would suggest picking up the trade. just be prepared to not necessarily be, like, happy.
I love a good bummer comic.
Yeah, I mean, it's not, like, a bummer, and I think the ending is, like,
more
hopeful.
heavy.
Yeah, but I would, like, the subject matter is heavy, and it's something that's, like I said, just very real and very much still happening, and,
I just have to cover
that's, I think it's important to think about as well. So, please remember that there are still people down in ICE detention centers and being, hunted by ICE, if we want to say it like that. So, I don't know, keep yourself informed as always. I think it's really important. And also, take care of other people.
Don't watch. Never mind. I'm not going to get into it.
Okay, you ready? We're going to talk about this book now.
Yes.
This is the last piece of paper I have with a comic book on it. This is Second Chances.
And this was a weird one.
Yeah, this was a weird book. I decided to read it because we had a bunch of damages, so I was like, might as well just take it home and see what it's about. I think I know.
I have a loose idea of what it's about, but I don't have enough background on it to be sure if, like, what I'm thinking is correct.
Yeah, so I think it's just about a guy who helps people have second chances, basically erases their identity if they've done something wrong, gives them a new identity and a new life, and what you learn throughout the first issue is things aren't necessarily what they seem, but you don't know what that is. So
I know. I might have to give it a second chance.
Yeah, I am kind of, like, it is interesting enough for me to want to read the second issue off the wall, if nothing else, because I'm just like, I don't know if I am, like, expecting too much of myself because of the way that first issue ended to, like, be like, I should have known this, or if it was one of those things where I was like,
I don't know. I feel like, because I had the same feeling, and most of the time when we both read books and we both have different opinions, we're able to come up with a conclusion together. Mm-hmm. We had the same opinion, the exact same opinion. So I feel like we understood it perfectly well. I'm not going to, like, toot our horns, but I feel like we're very intelligent people, and if we could not, like, come up with a direct idea of what this comic was about, then I feel like we're right.
All right. I wouldn't say it's necessarily what it's about, but just, like, the background of your characters and, like, who they are if they're more than just human. I think that's the best way to describe it.
Yeah, because I feel like it is one of those that's going to, in the second issue, hopefully, like, we'll get more background and there will be more context to what is actually happening, because it feels like we were just, like, dropped in and it was very confusing.
Yeah.
It was still, like, enjoyable.
Yeah, no, definitely an enjoyable book. And it was in black and white. The art was interesting. I wouldn't say I'm, like, 100% a fan of it, but I didn't, like, hate it a bunch. It felt really smoky, though.
Yeah. It was kind of, as is my problem with most black and white books, is I had and this book is what made me realize why I have a problem with black and white art in comics, is the words. Like, I have a hard time focusing on the words because it's muddled. Mm-hmm. I guess, to me, my vision is not the best.
Just kind of fits in the page and works with the artwork, kind of blends in. Yeah.
It was kind of confusing for me to read because I had a hard time, like, separating the words from the pictures, and I think that's why I prefer, like, if it's going to be black and white, to have, like, some sort of color in it.
Yeah.
But that's just a personal issue. It's a flaw of mine.
I wouldn't call it a flaw, but I get you.
My eyes are just messed up.
All right.
Do you want me to go?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
It's technically your turn.
Technically. All right, I have Rabid World. This is issue number 3. I think this is also going to be a 4-issue series. This is just about a classic zombie outbreak. This issue has 2 different groups of people. One of them is a group of scientists who are trying to... They discover what the origin of the virus came from, and it's not, like... It was grown in a lab, essentially. So they're trying to get to the lab where the doctor had created it so that they can create, like, some sort of vaccine.
All right.
This book is stupid as hell, but I love it. It's just... It reminds me of the remake of Dawn of the Dead, like, the feeling of it, how it's, like, kind of funny at times, and then, like, very dark sometimes, and just very silly. That's what this reminded me of, and I think that's why I like it so much, because I loved that movie.
Yeah, that movie was great.
But yeah, it's just, just a zombie story. That's all. It's a scout.
Goddamn, dude. I mean, their kids'
I know,
line
that's
is called Scoot.
That's why I always think about it, because I thought that was the funniest thing in the world. Scout created a kids' line that was Scoot Comics. Lost my mind when I saw that.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's talk about Horny Superman.
I got the Sexy Superman book, Superman and the Authority, a nice little Grant Morrison book.
I can't even look at him.
I liked this issue because, I mean, good-looking Superman. They're putting the team together, so you have different artists, like, for different parts of, like, putting the team together, which I'm kind of a big fan of funness like that. So yeah, it's just Superman putting together a team.
Can I see that?
Yeah, for sure. I don't know what else to say about it, because honestly, I probably should have more background information on Superman and all of these characters, which I do not.
Fort Superman, love that.
I literally just picked up
can't.
this book because I like Michael Janin art. Mm-hmm. I like Grant Morrison, and I was like, sure, let me just do this. It's kind of like when I picked up Green Lantern, and I was just like,
let's do it.
I'm reading it. I don't know if I know what the fuck is happening. Because I don't know anything about these characters. So it kind of feels the same way, but I'm having fun.
Well, that's good.
Yeah,
that's
all that matters. Yeah.
You got a hot Superman.
Yeah, and every time I read the book, especially that scene with Superman without his shirt on, because he spends, like, most of the beginning of this issue, like, working out, like, without his shirt on. I'm just like, cool, dudes.
It's gonna make me cry.
Like, Grant Morrison's just like, hey, Michael Janin, we're just draw sexy Superman working out for like the first 4 pages, and thank you so much. Thank you
from the bottom of my
from one they them to another,
from just one me.
All right, we got this Eat the Rich book.
We're gonna eat them. Do it.
This is a really fun book. Mm-hmm. Nice little horror story. Like I told Heather before she read it, it reminded me a lot of. It is called Hide and Seek, right?
The wedding one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. The movie with Samara Weaving, called Hide and Seek, just because, I don't know, just like the tone felt the same.
Yeah, the dude is rich and she's like just the little girlfriend that gets invited to the world, and then it's obviously more.
Yeah. So it was really fun. I love the art quite a bit. Like the art and colors were a lot of fun. I did a really great job of telling a story where I was like, I know where this is going. I know where this is probably going to end, at least with this like first issue.
But it didn't feel old at all. It did. Yeah. It felt new, and it was very fun and exciting, because I thought the same thing, where I was just like, oh my god, I know where this is going. I know what's going to happen. I know what this life is about.
Yeah, and I think there's something like to be said about that too. Is just like, if you write a good horror story that is like even predictable, because it does make you want to get to that part.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I want to see this part of it. Like,
I've seen it in a movie already, just like
different. Yeah. So I am excited to see where this goes, because it is going to be a lot of fun. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, for sure. Like, it's going to be like a montage in one of those movies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
Because we got the idea, and now like all the stuff is going to happen. It kind of in that same vein reminded me of You're Next.
Oh yeah,
like just the way that kind of horror felt, because that's what hide and seek, is that what it is? Ready or Not, yeah.
Ready or Not. Hide and Seek is a movie.
Yes, that's the one with Robert De Niro, right?
Oh god.
And Dakota Fanning when they're little, and he ends up being the killer. He's the dad, and something. We know movies.
I mean, that is a 2005 movie with Robert De Niro and
we just
Dakota
watched that
Fanning
recently, because I kept saying Bobby De Niro, and Braden was like, please don't call him that.
Yes, the movie we are talking about is Ready or Not.
Yes. Because the characters,
kids games, they all kind of shift together like that.
Yes, but yeah, fun
cute
little horror movie about eating rich people. Kind of. That's what I was most excited for, because I was like, oh my god, poor cannibals. I love it. Okay, this is, sorry, I gotta look at the whole title. The Cimmerian, the Man-Eaters of Zambula. This is issue number 3.
I thought that was the turf book at first. The Man-Eaters turf book.
Oh, I will never make that mistake. Sorry, but that woman will never have my money.
Again,
yeah, I wasted enough. But this is a Conan book. This is issue number 2. I think this is the last one of this series because, you know, each one of them is like 1 or 2 issues. I think the only one that was more than that was The Frost Giant's Daughter, which was 4 issues, which shocked me, but it was good. It was really good.
Yeah.
So this just, ties up the conclusion of the man-eaters. Conan gets the history of the woman who was naked in the first book, if you remember correctly.
I do remember that.
Yes. He gets the whole...
I do, in fact, remember that.
He gets the whole background of, like, what she was actually doing outside and why she was trying to get to the temple and stuff. Spoiler alert, it's not what he thinks.
All right.
I'm just gonna keep getting those books.
I know.
I don't know why. I just enjoy them so much. There's something like,
I mean, Conan stories are good.
Yeah,
as
and
long as they're told correctly, they're enjoyable.
yeah.
So.
And as with all of them, like, it has the actual stories in the background. Like, this one was written in 1935, which I think is just very.
I mean, I wish the font was just like slightly bigger.
Oh yeah, I've been talking about how bad my eyes are. I was reading it like this last night, like trying to read it. It was terrible. It was awful. Maybe that's why my eyes hurt so much when I was reading that Second Chance. Was like, there's too much
words.
Too much.
Okay, I guess. I have Homesick Pilots. This is issue number 8.
Very good.
I don't want to say a bunch because it's pretty deep in. I'm in the second story arc. The 2 groups have kind of been separated at the end of the last story arc because Amy's house killed, I can't remember the other character's name, the other bandmates for this one.
James.
No, that's the name. It's called the Old James House.
Fuck, I got one of the names right though, like just a name in general.
Yeah, technically,
Cool.
yes. But Amy, she's been like the one who's your main focus. She's the one who's like controlling a main haunted house, and it killed bandmates of another character, and that character is like basically getting ready to mech fight the old St. James house because that's what this book is about.
We should start a band called Old St. James House. See if anyone would make the connection.
I don't know. As long as it's a shitty band, I guess. That
Well, you got your
plays
saxophone.
In,
I've got a synth.
I don't have a saxophone.
I'll get you one.
But yeah, I mean, I really love this story. I love the art. I love the colors. I think it's a lot of fun. I did have some hesitancies at the end of the last story arc, just because it wasn't necessarily what I was like the way I thought it was going to go.
I remember you saying that.
Yeah, I do enjoy this because it's kind of filling in like little pieces of the characters and who they really are. Because I think the first story arc really just was like, okay, here's what the house is, here's what like the deal is. But this is giving you a little bit more like full idea of like, I don't know, I guess other characters and where they want to go and like what's happening.
Okay.
I don't know, I really like this story. I really think it's not necessarily fun, but fun as well. There's like some really great pages like from shows in here where I was like, I miss going to shows in a stupid way where it's just like, I don't like this, but I love this. Like, and I just loved like the feeling, you know, of being at a show, which was really cool. I don't know.
Never been to a show I enjoyed.
Eat shit. Don't lie.
Okay. I'm just trying to like be okay with the fact that I'm probably not going to be able to go to a show in quite a while and feel comfortable.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Yeah.
I 100% understand. That's why I'm feeling somewhat positive about that lightning bolt show, but I know like I'm going to be very nervous there.
Yeah, Braden has a show in a couple weeks, and I'm like, obviously I'm going to go because I'm not going to let him just like do it by himself. I have to go, but I'm just like, why did you say yes?
Yeah, it is one of those things though, like I know this is like a segue and a rant. I do really miss like that. Like I do like sometimes, you know, going to a show, hearing live music, and I know you don't necessarily like being really close to people, but I do enjoy that like aspect, at least at shows, of just being like in the middle of the crowd, especially being so small and being just like, I feel like I'm gonna die, but I'm having a great time. Like, I'm gonna fucking, like, fight my way out too. Like, and there is something, and especially just, like, feeling it with other people. There's something so good about that. And that's, like, really the aspect I miss. And just, like, I don't know, man.
I get what you're saying, and, like, the only reason I don't like that is because I'm, like, claustrophobic.
Yeah,
so,
no,
like,
that makes perfect sense. Yeah,
but I do miss the camaraderie.
Yeah.
I miss, like, going to a show with my friend and just being like, look at those dude's feet, like, when he's playing the drums, like, he's only wearing one shoe, like, you know, just weird stuff. Like, I do really miss being around people without people touching me. People I want to be around.
Yeah.
That's
no, I get it.
Yes.
I get it.
Yes.
I understand all of these things.
Look, we're
you know?
punk.
I just, I miss it. And, you know, I just want to be pushed around by other people every once in a while.
I would love that, honestly. Like, I just want someone to shove me to the ground.
Like, the time I went to a Melt Banana show, and this dude had, like, I don't know, punched me in the back or, like, pushed me really hard. And after the show was over, he's like, I'm really sorry. And I was like, I'm standing in the front row at a Melt Banana show. Like, what
was gonna happen?
What am I gonna expect here, dog? Like, it's fine.
The one thing I do not miss is standing in the very front so I could actually see, and then having people stand in front of me, like, purposely move in front of me to headbang. Like, you could headbang from the side of the stage, my guy. Like, get away from me. I just want to see. Multiple times I was like, Brayden, can you get me up on your shoulders? And he's like, I'm not that fucking strong. What are you talking about? So, you know, I had to just, like, do this.
Yeah, no, I know that game.
Yeah.
I know that game. Also, next show I gotta get, like, one of those glasses things.
Yes.
Like, so my glasses stay on my face, because that's my other big problem.
Anyway, we missed shows.
Yeah. Go ahead. We're going to talk about Kang now.
Yeah, we got Kang.
We both read this.
Yes.
I read Heather's copy. I had a great time.
Yeah, no, it was really fun. It's just the kind of origin of Kang. Yeah. I was telling Champ earlier, like, I see, like, that.
Yeah,
that's
no,
it.
I knew
Yeah.
right off the bat.
Yeah.
Like, there are some faces I was like, oh, this is why Heather doesn't like this art, is because there's some really awkward faces.
The story itself was a lot of fun, but I was kind of on the fence about how I felt about the book as a whole, just because I've mentioned many times facial expressions are my thing, and there were some weird ones in here, and I'm still trying to, like, handle that, because some of them I'm just like, why would he make that face in that situation? I can't.
Yeah, no.
The book itself is so good, though.
Yeah,
it was
it's
a lot of fun.
I mean, I don't know anything about Kang, and I had, like, a really great time.
Yeah.
I did enjoy the art. I liked the colors a lot.
The colors were fantastic.
But the thing was, like, very true, is, like, there were some very exaggerated facial expressions that kind of did take you out of it, for sure.
I did enjoy the art as it was. The faces and the way that, like, certain people were drawn in it is, yes, you know how I feel. I've told you a million times, guys. But yeah, Kang, I think it's going to be 5 issues.
I can't remember.
I feel like it was going to be 5 because I did check, I did add it, I just did it late, and that's why it was a special order.
Okay.
Yes. But yeah, Kang the Conqueror. It was great.
It was really good.
Yeah,
it just,
fantastic.
It is just, him finding out his origins.
Yeah, it's like a really deep story about how Kang finds himself. Okay.
I mean, not wrong.
I know. I was just trying to make it sound weird and creepy.
You did the worst job.
I know, because it just sounded like I was excited for him, which I am. I'm excited when anyone finds themselves, but whatever. All right, I'm going to talk about this damaged book. I swear every week I come to you guys and I'm like, hey, check out this book that's damaged that I bought, that I spent money on. This is Elric, the Dreaming City.
You damaged it, though.
I did somehow. Like, I don't know what happened. This was damaged to begin with, but it is one of those books where I was just like, I don't care. This is just a little story about Elric, and he finds a city where he discovers his people's origins, like more of his history and stuff, which I think is... I love Elric. Elric is one of my favorites. I I always get excited when any book about him comes out because they're only 2 issues each, and I just love a short, quick story. But we got just, that's it. That's really it. He's like, he just lost his kingdom or left his kingdom or whatever. The love of his life is gone, and so he's just traveling, trying to find himself.
All right, this is Batman 1989, or I guess Batman 89.
Just 89. That's me. I meant that's the year I was born.
I was like, that's your Batman?
Well, now I am. Now that I mentioned it, it just seems true.
So this is a little story based off of if, you know, the second Batman movie was not Batman Forever. This came out between Batman and Batman Forever, is it? Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then Batman Returns.
Yes. So this is, you're seeing Harvey Dent kind of become Two-Face.
Toothpaste.
Two-Face, and
His face does kind of look like toothpaste. The one half.
That is true.
Yeah, looks like he's just squeezed right from a tube.
So Harvey Dent is basically waging a war against Batman because there are a bunch of Batman wannabes, I guess, out and about.
That makes sense. We have that in this world too.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. And we have a lot of Jokers.
I had a fun time. I mean, I got it because I really like the original. Like, I love that Batman.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
I love it. I also love, there was a little Prince.
Like Prince as in NT or NCE? Oh.
Prince.
As
in the artist.
Okay. The artist formerly.
A little Joker who is Prince. I loved it, you know.
That's cute.
I love Prince.
I just watched this video of Prince the other day where he has the buttless pants and he turns around and does the little butt shake, and I was like, damn, dude, I forgot about that. What an icon.
Yeah, no, Prince is great.
Yeah.
Like, Prince is, I mean, too pure for this world. Any story I hear about Prince, I'm like, cool, dude, I wish I could be that fucking weird.
Yeah. My mother was obsessed with him when I was little, so we've discussed this before.
Fuck your mom.
Yeah.
Okay, this is Moon Knight.
Let me talk about how much I love this book.
This is issue number 2. Go ahead.
And also, fuck my mom. This book is just so good. I was not expecting to love a Moon Knight book as much as I love this one. But this is, in the previous issue, you kind of get a little background on what happens to Mark Spector, who becomes Moon Knight after the Avengers arc. And yes, it was the Avengers. I was like, wait a minute, was it? And what he does at night with his little moon people. I'm so sorry. But yeah, no, some stuff is going on with the people in his neighborhood, and he's just trying to get to the bottom of it.
Have you read any Moon Knight before this?
Nope.
Oh, dude.
Just the Avengers, and I like read a little history of like Mark Spector. Like
yeah,
him.
I think you would really, really like
yeah,
Moon Knight.
probably.
Like, you would really like Moon Knight.
I do love Moonlight. But the art in this book, I think, is just...
Yeah, the art is so good.
Who does it? Alessandro Capuccio. Perfect. Draws beautiful mouths, and I know that sounds weird, but...
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, I'm just really into the art of this. And I do want to show you my favorite page, but I'm not going to because it's like kind of a spoiler, but the spreads are just magnificent.
That one spread. I know what you're talking about. I turned
lost my mind.
I know, it's so good. It is so fucking good. Like, amazing. I really do. I love this story. I like how the bad guy is kind of developing in the background while sending other people into the foreground. I really like Moon Knight stories. I'm excited to see where this goes, and yeah, the art is so good. I think that also does a great job of like bringing everything together. So it's just like got a good story, got a good art. You got a good art, man. It's really good, and it is only 2 issues in, and I think it's only going to be 6, right? Oh,
5 or 6.
That one I do not know either.
I felt like it.
I was like, oh, Moon Knight book.
Yeah, I feel like it was only going to be limited. I might be wrong. Like maybe it was supposed to be originally, and they
for some reason I thought it was ongoing, but I could absolutely be incorrect.
We'll check back and let you know. But it is worth picking up. I think it's really good, especially if you were reading the Avengers and you kind of want to see what happens to him after that little story arc, and especially if you just love Moon Knight.
Yeah, no, 100% on that one. Yeah, it's a good Moon Knight story.
That's it.
Okay.
I
was like, how many books do we have left? They're just thick.
Yeah. Yuck. I have V.E. Schwab's Extraordinary. I am not quite caught up on this, so I don't have much to say, because I just discovered that issue 1 I had not bought yet. So I have number 2. This is issue number 3. I bought issue 0, which I also read, but this is just about the girl who has the brush with death, and she gains a superpower, I guess, that allows her to see how people are going to die. So yeah, I'll get back to you on that one.
Check back later.
Yeah. Tune in next week.
I have Jonah. Yeah,
we still don't know
well,
how to say it.
I should fucking figure this out. This is issue number 5.
5 issues in and we still don't know what to say.
J. It says J and the Unpossible Monsters. One of my favorite books. J. I do love it.
Dang, is that a scar on his face?
Yeah.
That's sick.
And at the end of the last story arc, Jonah and her sister are kind of teamed up with a guy. This guy's like, I'll help you out. And
as guys do.
You're like, this guy is definitely a shady looking motherfucker. Like,
I bet that's what my dad looks like.
He looks like a dude who would just like kidnap kids and take to the circus, which is, I don't know, I don't want to say that's exactly what happens here, but something of the sort happens here.
It's very similar to what happens here.
I mean, you see a guy who looks like that, you know he's a bad guy.
Don't trust men with pointy noses is all I've got to say.
He looks like a dude who's just like, yeah, man, you know, like, you want to, like, that kind of guy.
Give me your kid.
Yeah, just, you know, just shady man. But yeah, I love this book a lot. It's a lot of fun. It's hard to describe. I mean, obviously it's for children, but
it's impossible.
The art's great. I love Jonah and her sister. They're very interesting, and I liked how the first arc was her sister looking for her, finding her, and then there's just like a weird disconnect between them. And I also just love how Jonah's whole deal is just like, I'm gonna fucking kick giant monsters' asses.
Love that.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
Okay. We're going to talk about this weird-ass book.
Yeah, this is called God of Tremors. Heather bought this. I just read it.
It is a 19th century gothic horror tale of exorcism, demonic worship, and epilepsy. That's all you need to know about this book.
There's also a lot of child abuse in this
there
book.
is.
I would like to say that because, I mean, I knew what the book was about, but like I said to you earlier, there was a lot of child abuse, and it got to be a lot.
And I'm not... What I say next, I am not defending the abuse.
No, I don't.
But
I don't think so either.
For a very religious father whose son is having seizures, I feel like that was a very common thing during that period, is to try to beat the demon out of him.
Oh, I don't disagree with that. I think the thing is, it just like
showing it,
not just showing it, but also like how thick that book is.
Yeah,
a lot of time is dedicated to it, where it's just like, I fucking get it, dude. You don't have to keep going and telling me again and again and again and again. It's like, I get this man is beating the fuck out of his child to get the devil out of him. Like, I get it.
Yeah, I got this because I love any 19th century gothic horror tales. Like, honestly, you tell me Victorian horror and I'm like, in. And also, the artist is the guy who does The Witcher.
Oh yeah, no, the art was great.
So that was that.
I didn't not like it. I do want to say that. I just like, it's one of those things where it just got like, I just felt like it was really heavy-handed and like unnecessary at a
that
point.
On the child abuse and the women abuse. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it was just a.
And it was the 19th century.
Right. Times were different. Not good, but they were just different.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we've been talking for so long again that my voice is going out.
It hasn't even been that long necessarily.
Well, no, I know. I'm saying, but we didn't do this last week, so I'm out of use. Okay.
I have Beyond the Breach. This is issue number 2. If you remember from last time,
wasn't into it.
I wasn't necessarily into it. I feel like this issue was stronger, but the language still was
tacky.
You hit some points where I'm just like, okay, God, what was she calling somebody?
No, fuck no. That just sounded...
God, it was like one of the like bad, like the monsters. She was calling something stupid, and I was like, I don't really like.
Can I see it? Because I was gonna read it. Well, you can find what you're looking for. I was gonna read it off the wall today, but then I picked it up and was like, yeah, maybe not. Maybe I'm not gonna do that because I just remembered how much I disliked that first one just because of the language.
Dick munchers.
Jesus.
Like one of the monsters, dick munchers. So yeah, that was like, I don't know, man. There are parts of it I definitely do like, and this issue was, like I said, stronger, but I still don't like it that much. And I literally think it is just because of shit like that.
She just seems so dumb.
Yeah.
Like, she seems so dumb.
And I think that's really it. It's kind of like, oh yeah, dumb punk girl.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's like how it comes off, and it's a little off-putting. Yeah, what was it? Butthole?
Bunghole.
Bunghole.
Yeah, bunghole.
Bunghole.
Our new favorite word.
So yeah, it's all right. Like I feel like there are better weirds, like monsters are coming to Earth books to read. Not that I can think of something off the top of my head to say, but
there are better stories.
Yeah, and I think there are better like Ed Brisson stories to be read. So I don't think this is something to necessarily start with. If you're like, oh, I heard Ed Brisson is really good, don't do this.
Yeah, there are better ways to spend your Ed Brisson money.
So next we have Batman, Catwoman.
This is Joy to the World.
This is issue number 6. This is actually Joy to the World. Yeah,
and
this is only halfway through, plus a one shot. And honestly, I am bored out of my fucking mind.
The only reason I'm still reading this is because I want a little kissing between Batman and Catwoman, as always, and I love the way that he draws Joker.
Yeah, no, he does, but look at this.
I know, I was not into that. I mostly love the way that he's sitting on this couch and he says gross. Like,
I do love the way, like, his Joker looks, but it's just... I mean, my brain is fucked up after that Comics and Masculinity paper I did.
I know.
But I saw that and I was like, dog.
Also, how he draws Dick. Like, I can't. I cannot. It's the only time I've been like, Dick Grayson, dude. What a beard.
Yeah.
But there are parts of the story that I really enjoy, but other times I'm just like, I'm extremely bored. I don't care about the investigation of Joker's death. I don't give a fuck about that. He's dead. Who cares? Why are you investigating it? You've been trying to get him out of Gotham for like 47 years. Get over it.
Yeah, it's a weird one. I don't know. Like, I mean, I probably will finish it. I've done 6 issues. Mm-hmm. Why wouldn't I finish it? It's just one of those. It's a slog. It feels like a fucking slog at this point.
Yeah.
Like, at least with Strange Adventures, I don't enjoy it, but I'm like, oh, I'm still, like, interested enough.
Yeah. And each issue was, like, I don't know how to explain it. It felt like a lot happens in each issue, so it didn't feel like you were just, like, trudging your way through it.
It's like, tell me what the Catwoman Joker thing is here. Like, are they having an affair? Like,
are they fucking?
Like, what is happening? Like, just
I would love that, honestly.
Get to this point, because it's like you're hinting at these things and this relationship and this, but like, what the fuck are you saying? And why are you taking so long to say it?
I'm just gonna pretend that they were banging behind Batman's back this whole time.
Well, if I'm right, let's remember this. August 19th, 2021. Is
that the day? Yeah, it is the day.
I usually can call Tom King books about halfway through.
All right.
That's usually about when I'm like, oh, I think this is what's happening.
Yeah.
Like, you've dropped these little boys, and it's like, this is what it is. And then by the time we get to the end, that's what it is. And I'm like, I'm gonna be like, okay, fuck you, Tom King. I'll write your books from now.
What if the kid isn't even Batman?
That's actually what I was thinking.
Damn! I hope that's real. I would love that.
That was honestly what I was thinking throughout this whole issue, because of like just the way it was written, the whole like aspect of the Joker being in her apartment, her filling up this tree, just like the way they talk. And if
he's too casual to just be a friend.
Well, and also, I mean, if you've ever cheated on a partner, it feels like that. Like, it comes off that way.
Yeah.
And I don't know if, like, Tom King's just kind of trying to write it that way, or if that's actually what's happening.
Damn. This is gonna be exciting. I can't wait to see. I can't wait.
I am also, like I said,
now I have this renewed interest in this book, and I'm like, give me Joker dick. Let me see.
Like I said, I'm probably wrong, but this is just me trying to, as always, like, read into the story.
Yeah, because I was thinking that. I was like, what if that's like the big secret?
Yeah, I mean,
it's Joker. Okay. Anyway,
yeah.
That's what it is, guys. That's what it is, clearly.
You heard it here first. 6 issues in. We know what's up. This is Save Yourself. This is issue number 3. Big magic girls are bad guys. One of them splits off. They're Mia, and they're trying to save Earth from all the big magic girls.
Big ones.
And they meet Earthlings along the way who try to help them, and it's a lot of fun.
It's cute.
It's cute.
It is a
really cute book. Which is why I was like, oh, I would like to read it. It's fun. And that's all I gotta say.
Okay.
Because it's just...
And you get what covers do you get? Is it the same on all of them?
Yeah, I'm getting the Magic Girl covers.
That's right. Okay. That's what they're called. I couldn't remember what it was called. It reminds me of this anime that my little sister loves. The Magical Girls. Something like that. That's what they refer to themselves as. So that's why I got excited. I was
that's what, like, it's a take on, like, anime.
Yeah. I love it. It's cute.
Yeah. Same.
Okay. I have Marauders. This is issue number 23. I'm not going to get into it because we are 23 issues in. But basically this is after the Hellfire Gala. The Marauder gets destroyed, so they're trying to investigate to figure out what happened to the Marauder. Boom. That's all you need to know.
All right. Ready?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, do you want to do this one, or do you want to... Because this one technically comes first, right?
Yeah, that's true. And I have a lot of feelings about this one.
I mean, I didn't read it.
I know.
I haven't got a chance yet.
I can't spoil it. This is Way of X. This is the last one. This is the variant for it. I got all the variants because, I love me some Kurt Wagner.
I mean, I promise I will finish it, but that third issue was so off-putting to me that, like, finishing it up, I didn't really want to do.
I do. There were the art in this one specifically. I just love Nightcrawler just in general, but the way that he is drawn in here and the way that he is written just is beautiful without like spoiling too much, but it just like shows what he will give up to help his people and like what he will do to try to get people to understand, or people, mutants, what he will get his fellow brethren to understand why life is important and why they should take it seriously.
All right.
That's
nice.
I thought it was a very, very good ending, and I think that it really does a good job of capturing who Kurt Wagner really is. There. I did it without spoiling anything.
You did great.
Thank you. That was very difficult because I wanted to tell you everything and why it made me emotional, but I won't.
I promise I'll catch up this weekend then.
Okay.
This is Trial of Magneto, X-Men Trial of Magneto. This is issue number 1. I know if you listen to Leah Williams' interview, there's a lot of stuff you find out about what this book was supposed to be part of X Factor. I do think that's important to note because X Factor got canceled, but they loved it so much, they were like, we need this to be an event. I absolutely fucking loved the shit out of this issue.
Yeah, it was... I did too. I really did.
I wasn't necessarily expecting to like it, but I really did. I don't really want to ruin it for anyone, but obviously at the end of the Hellfire Gala, they find Scarlet Witch dead. And this first issue is them investigating that death and finding out what happened to Scarlet Witch using everybody from X Factor, and them being basically watched by the X-Men and X-Force, and them being like, yo, you guys aren't doing shit, can you just like fucking leave?
This is what we have always done. Let us do our job.
And I did really like that. I liked a lot of this, like a lot about this issue, and I don't really want to get too deep because a lot of things I think I liked were like kind of spoilery.
Yeah, I am gonna say the week before last, we discussed how we were tired of all of these X-Men books that were there was just so many. But I think the reason I like this so much is because they literally took all of the X-Men books that are going on and they were like, hey, this is what happens when we work together. Or what doesn't happen.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, and I still, honestly, I'm not going to lie, I still kind of feel that way. Like, I feel like I might drop off more X books as time goes, depending on, like, what happens. But it's just one of those things where it's just, like, there's too much. I don't care about enough of the characters, and the story doesn't have, like, the same substance as, like, House and Powers or X of Swords had. Like, it doesn't fill that niche that, like, those books were filling, or those events filled with X-Men. This is. So it's just, like, this is, like, hitting that spot. So if I can find more cool stuff like this, which I think is, you know, a testament to Leah Williams and, like, how well her writing is and, like, how good this story is. I like the art a lot.
The art whiz.
So yeah, I think if you're reading X-Men books, I think this is definitely one to pick up. Maybe drop something else and grab this one, because I think it is a lot of fun. It is only, what, 5?
I believe, yes, 5. Don't quote us on that because we've been getting the numbers wrong all night, but I do think it is 5.
It is a short little mini series, and it's not crossing over in any books as far as I know. So.
Oh, and I had mentioned, or I thought I had said the other day that Way of X was going into Inferno. It's not. It's going into Onslaught. There is another series. I got them mixed up. That's what I meant to say is Onslaught, which makes sense if I read the book. I would have just known.
Yeah. No, I do remember that. Yeah. So yeah, that's actually all we have this week. We did it. We're proud of ourselves. That's all, yes. We hope you're proud.
It took a lot. And Donny Cates, I'm so sorry. That's all.
We didn't even have a book from you this week.
I know. I've been thinking about it for days since you sent it to me. I've been all emotional because, you know, Moontide and all that kind of shit. But I just genuinely sorry. I enjoy Thor.
But yeah, that's all we have this week. So, you know, as always, support your local comic book shops.
Local libraries.
Your friends.
Not your family if you don't want to.
Anybody who matters to you. Take care of them, man. We're all tired. Life sucks.
Wear masks.
Yeah. We're a year and a half into a pandemic. Please take care of each other as much as you possibly can. I know I want all my friends to be here in like a few years, and I'm sure you do too. So we love you, and we will see you on the flip flop side. Later. Gator.